I am not going to be able to listen to 12 play the same way I've been listening to that shit again. Because now that makes me feel like this nigga was singing about Aaliyah the whole time. You know my thing.
Alright, it's that nigga.
YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, it's your boy Mr.2000. Lawyer Jones is somewhere caked up. Whatever. It's been a long time since we've done a movie review. I mean, we've only done one. And I ain't gonna lie, we've been really busy. You know what I'm saying? Lawyer Jones got Jonesing out. I'll put the link below so you can go and cop that. Make sure you cop that really good album. I got Zero Fucks finally out. Link below. Go ahead and cop that. Make sure you get that. Please make sure you get that. That's a dope mixtape. And Zero Fucks is free. Jonesing, not free, but it's worth every penny. But yesterday, Lifetime, the network that normally makes movies about women who get beat up and they overcome a lot of stuff, movies such as Not Without My Daughter, I like that movie actually, they decided they wanted to do a biopic on Aaliyah. Aaliyah is a singer. If you didn't know, if you've been under a rock and you really don't know. But I guess I can give you the full specs on who she is. So let's go ahead and roll the montage. Aaliyah Dana Houghton was born January 16, 1979. American singer, dancer, actress, and model. She was born in Brooklyn, New York, and was raised in Detroit, Michigan. At the tender age of 10, she appeared on television show Star Search and performed in concert along Gladys Knight. At the age of 12, Aaliyah was signed with Jive Records and her uncle Barry Hankerson's Blackground Records. Hankerson introduced her to R.Kelly, who became her mentor, as well as lead songwriter and producer of her debate album, Age Ain't Nothing But a Number, which sold 3 million copies in the United States and was certified double platinum by the RIAA. Aaliyah worked with record producers Timbaland and Missy Elliott for her second album, One in a Million. It sold 3.7 million copies in the United States and over 8 million copies worldwide. In 2000, Aaliyah appeared in her first major film, Romeo Must Die. She contributed to the film's soundtrack, which spawned the single Try Again. The song topped the Billboard Hot 100 solely on airplay, making Aaliyah the first artist in Billboard history to achieve this feat. Try Again earned Aaliyah a Grammy nomination for Best Female Vocalist. After completing Romeo Must Die, Aaliyah filmed her part completing the Dam. She also was cast in the sequel to The Matrix, Matrix Reloaded, and the third and final Matrix, Matrix Revolutions. On August 25th, 2001, tragically, Aaliyah and 8 others were killed in a plane crash in the Bahamas after filming the music video for the single Rock the Boat. Aaliyah's music has continued to achieve commercial success with several post-mysterious releases. Aaliyah sold 52 million albums worldwide. She has been credited for helping redefine contemporary R&B and hip-hop, earning her the nicknames Princess of R&B and the Princess of Urban Pop. She has been listed by Billboard as the 10th most successful female artist in the past 25 years and the 27th most successful R&B artist in history. She will be missed. Now, this movie aired on Lifetime, like I was saying, and I'm not gonna lie to you, this movie has I have a lot to say about this movie. First off, I watched it twice. I watched it the first time just as a fan, just trying to really get into it. Then I watched it again to get so I can nitpick. And so watching it 2 times, I've gotten I had to really sit and think about what I wanted to say about this movie. And let's start. I'm not gonna lie, the bad outweighs the good. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna start with the good. First off, R.Kelly. Let's just get this out the way. I liked how they portrayed the whole thing with R.Kelly. Now, first off, That relationship was wrong. R. Kelly was damn near 30. She was 15 when they got into that relationship, got married, had sex or whatever. Well, I'm guessing they had sex. And, so I'm not going to, if that's the true story, then I can honestly say that maybe he did fall in love with her, maybe she did fall in love with him, or maybe he's just sick. I don't know. So, that's for him and God to judge. And hopefully if he's sick, then maybe he'll go get some help. If he's not sick and maybe that was just genuine love, then so be it. That's just, hey, you know what I'm saying? And he hasn't thrown no shade to her or nothing. So, I mean, R. Kelly did his, that was out the way. And let's be real. I don't care who you are. You a liar if you say you didn't want to see the tea spilled on that subject. Come on, man. Get up out of here with that. Everybody wanted to see how that played out because no one knew. Everybody knew the rumors. People saw marriage certificates, but nobody knew what happened and how it happened. And honestly, the way her father handled it in the movie, I'm pretty sure it's probably a little bit more graphic than that, was the way I would have handled it, except for I probably would have just shot the nigga. I like the way they did that. I also like how they tilt their hat to Tim and Missy, because in the movie, basically, Aaliyah was really in love with R. Kelly. She didn't think that she could do another album, and then she heard Timbaland and Missy and handpicked them to do One in a Million. So that was a nice nod to them. While I hate the actors they picked, it gave them a lot of justice. Tim and Missy gave them a lot of justice. It really showed that the bond that they had. It didn't show much of Timbaland and Missy in the movie, but this wasn't their movie, so I do wish I could have saw them a little bit more. The actress that played Aaliyah, she was not bad, and the supporting actors and actresses, the mom, dad, Rashad, they weren't bad either. They weren't grade A actors. This wasn't Denzel Washington, Angela Bassett, but not bad. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I didn't like, the look, because they had Missy light skinned and skinny. We all know Missy was, a big, beautiful black woman. You know what I'm saying? Timbaland, he was kind of chunky back then, and they had him like Puerto Rican or something. And oh my God, Dame Dash. They had the Dame Dash dude. But anyway, I'll get into that when I get into the bad, but I really wish they would have picked somebody else. I like how they focus on other parts of her career other than the obvious, like the Oscar performances. I forgot she did that song for that movie, so I really like that, because that song is really a different song. It does show her range, and that really did kind of put her on the map as far as being a singer instead of just a flash in the pan pop singer. That song really solidified her. You know what I'm saying? It gave me more insight into her life. And that was cool. So if what was said in this movie was true, then that definitely was hit the nail. They showed the bond between her and her mother. Wasn't much, but I mean, you can see that the mom really loved her and was really involved in her career. I really like how they displayed the romance between her and Dame Dash. I really, that made me smile that, if all was true, that that love they had, it was really special, and I really, I really appreciate the fact that that was done like that, you know what I'm saying, because, they could have easily threw a bunch of shade at her, but they didn't. They actually, they did their best to really give a lot of the good. Sit back and relax, because here comes the bullshit. First off, the singing and the music, the fact that they could not get the rights to her music should have been a sign. That should have been a red flag. That's a sign from God. The karaoke versions of the songs are horrible. With that said, you didn't get the rights to the music. So basically all we get is the Marvin Gaye remake. We get At Your Best, and we get the Anastasia song. That's all we got. That's all we got. We couldn't get Back and Forth. We couldn't get One in a Million. We couldn't get If Your Girl Only Knew. Now, mind you, through Aaliyah's career, Black Ground Records went through like 3 different record label changes. I think the first one was Ja, second one was Atlantic, and I think the third one was Sony. So if you've ever went to go stream her music off of Beats Music, they just now put the third Aaliyah album on there. You know, the first album has been on there because, you know, Jive is just trying to make their coin. So, of course, Jive is going to give you everything they got. But Atlantic, for some reason, they're not putting 1 in a Million up there. I don't know why, don't ask me, but 1 in a Million is not available yet. Hopefully it becomes available. You can buy a hard copy used, but I have 1 in a Million. I have the hard copy, so it's all good. But they didn't even put none of the key songs in there. Honestly, that's a red flag right there. Could you imagine the Ray movie without none of Ray Charles' signature songs? Yeah, that would have sucked, right? So, yeah, with that said, that was a horrible, horrible, horrible red flag that they should have really looked at and said, you know what, let's fall back until we can get this done. And honestly, they should have had her lip sing. The girl could sing, but I just really, But since they didn't have the rights, I guess they did what they had to do. The casting, like I said before in the good, I'm not feeling the actors at all. Nobody's feeling the actors at all. It was basically like Aaliyah. Okay, she kind of looked like Aaliyah. Well, no, she didn't. Well, fuck it. She was the closest one to who they were talking about in the movie. Now, with that said, you guys really need to stop with all the going off about who's playing who, because they're not going to get an exact copy of who it is. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to say, okay, we're going to get exactly Missy Elliott, exactly Timbaland, and exactly Dame Dash, and exactly Aaliyah. I mean, the only person that could have played Aaliyah the perfect way is Aaliyah. So, and she's no longer with us, so, hey, you do what you do. Wendy Williams, okay. Basically, a lot of people has been throwing a lot of shade to Wendy Williams. So, you know, Wendy Williams was executive producer, director, whatever. I feel like Wendy Williams was the scapegoat in all this. I feel like basically they used her as a promotional tool, because basically once you put her on board, of course she's going to promote the movie. Of course she's going to get hype about it. Of course she's going to get us hype about it. But the problem is, you know, it all backfired because nobody likes Wendy Williams like that. You know, they watch her show because Wendy Williams is a gossiper. Everybody loves a gossiper. They just don't like Wendy Williams because Wendy Williams, she spills the whole pot of tea. She doesn't spill a little bit cup, and, you know, she spills the whole pot. And that's how she's made her career, basically shitting on motherfuckers. But I feel bad for Wendy because I feel like they kind of put her in a position to take the heat. You know what I'm saying? Basically. And also, when she was singing the songs, when Aaliyah was singing those songs, I feel like they shouldn't have showed the whole song. I mean, it's like a damn Tyler Perry movie. Nobody wants to hear a fucking whole rendition of a horrible ass song. Fuck that. The guy that played Dame Dash, Rick Fox or not? Yeah, that was not Dame Dash at all. I mean, you damn near could have got Dame Dash. I mean, I'm pretty sure he would have did it but then again, a lot of people didn't really fuck with this movie because of the fact that Aaliyah's mom wasn't and brother wasn't on board on this. So yeah, they probably wouldn't have got Dame Dash. But I mean, the ending. While I didn't want to see a reenactment of the plane crash, I mean, a funeral scene, at least show them releasing the doves, some tears, some grief. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wish they would have did that. They just kind of ended with her. Well, I ain't gonna tell you the ending because you probably ain't seen it. I'll put the link below if you want to watch the movie. So, don't tell nobody. Peace to D. Omen. D. Omen always got the dope ass hookups on the movies on his blog site. So definitely check him out. Overall, I'm not gonna say the movie isn't as bad as people think. Let me explain something. Aaliyah's fans, I'm a Aaliyah fan, but Aaliyah's stans, they are the most loyal, protective people in the world. The only people next to them is Aaliyah's, not Aaliyah, but Beyonce stans. You cannot come for Aaliyah at all. So the minute moms and brothers said they weren't on this, the movie basically was done. There was no hope for this movie at all. They could have got an all-star cast. They could have got Steven Spielberg to direct it. They could have got Quincy Jones to produce the soundtrack. That movie was going to fail. There was no way. And then when you don't involve Timbaland and Missy, that was really a done deal. So basically, you don't have Timbaland and Missy on board for the music. You don't have mom and brother's approval. You basically cast a bunch of nobodies in the movie. Basically, after the tea was spilled on R.Kelly, the R.Kelly situation, the movie, I mean, I ain't gonna say it was just uninteresting, but at the same time, it just was like, okay, we saw that, what's the point? The movie really went downhill. But with that said, I'm really disappointed with all the stands out there. Because y'all, like I said, y'all didn't give this movie a chance. Y'all didn't. The movie, as soon as they announced the movie, the first girl, who, by the way, her bowing out of this movie was probably the smartest move in her career. But the first girl that was supposed to play in the movie, she bowed out because, it was too much pressure. They got another girl. Overall, this movie was rushed. I don't know if the record labels were trying to cash in on it because, like I said, the third Aaliyah album is now streamable. You can stream it on Beats Music and Xbox Music and whatever. So I'm sure they get paid for that. So basically, they're trying to cash in on Aaliyah. So let's just say what it is. They're trying to get money. And everybody watched this movie. Everybody watched this movie. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure the ratings for this movie was high. So even if you didn't watch it all, you watched enough of it for it to count. So that's just what it is. The movie, I think they meant well when they laid the movie out because the only shade in the movie was the R. Kelly situation and the fact that her and her dad fell out for a little bit. But, they made up and it was all good. And the movie itself was just low quality. Aaliyah, she was worth more than a Lifetime biopic. I mean, this is me being 100 with you. Aaliyah is worth way more than a biopic. She needed the Ray treatment. She needed the Selena treatment. She needed that we needed to see somebody really put forth an effort in her telling her story. Now, at the same time, there have been offers through the grapevine, through the rumor mill, all through the years to do a biopic. Now, I understand that the family was grieving. But baby girl been gone over 10 years. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you can either tell her story. I mean, because if the record label has that much power to where they can just release a movie with her name on it, I feel like, why not? Why not go ahead? Why not tell them what you want to do? Why not just say, look, if you're going to do it, let's do it right. Let's plan it out. Let us tell the story. Hell, they could have I'm pretty sure if the mother and father would have talked to R. Kelly, they could have, got him on board to talk about it. It would have been a way better situation if everybody was on board. They could have got some real decent actors to play these parts. You could have had Missy and Timbaland on there. I mean, my thing is this: if you're gonna try to make a bad situation positive, like the death of Aaliyah, if you want to kind of cement her legacy, you know what I'm saying, let's go ahead and do it the right way. Let's go ahead and give her, tell her story. And I'm not saying this story is a bad story. I'm actually telling you that they just rushed this shit. They rushed it and it wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's other ways you could have did it. And like I said, Aaliyah deserves way more than that. Before she passed away, her career was about to explode. You know what I'm saying? She was basically big or bigger than Selena. And Selena's movie was beautiful. So, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I really didn't know who Selena was until she died. So, I mean, and that's no shade to Selena. I love Selena. I love her music. You know what I'm saying? That opened me up to a whole different type of music. Because honestly, I don't speak Spanish, but I will pop in a Selena CD all day long and just listen to it like I know what the hell they're talking about. So, but like I was saying, man, the movie itself was horribly done. The movie itself was they just really Lifetime and whoever, I'm pretty sure her uncle was involved, but because you saw him as much as you saw Lee in the movie. Well, his character at least. The record labels should be ashamed of themselves, and this should tell you where the record labels are nowadays, where their heads are at. It's all about money. It's always been about money, but now they don't give a fuck. All fucks are gone. So basically, they just took one chance to make this a beautiful situation, and they ruined it. The only movie that I feel like is worse than this is the Michael Jackson Man in the Mirror movie. That's the only movie I know that's worse than this. And they got a Whitney Houston movie coming next year, January. I saw the preview for that and I almost threw up because I love Deborah Cox. No shade to Deborah Cox, but no. Fuck no. But we'll talk about that when I get here. I'm not going to fail this movie because, like I said, they did have some really good aspects in the movie as far as it wasn't just in poor taste. They really gave a lot of light into a lot of situations, and they really bigged up people who needed to be bigged up. So a lot of things were out of place as far as a lot of, her styles or whatever. And if you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie. Don't let Black Twitter, and don't let Aaliyah stands steer you away from this, you know what I'm saying? Because basically, if they were really about it and they really didn't want to fuck with the movie, they wouldn't have watched it. They would have let it tank on the ratings. But that movie got some ratings, so that just goes to show that people, whatever. And see, it's like that movie, Arachnophobia. The spider came over from Brazil or wherever, the evil poisonous spider that made it with a regular spider, and it turned to a bunch of little poisonous spiders. That's how it is with the stands. The stands come, they affect minds of people like me that really, wanted to give this movie a chance. I rode for this movie. Excuse me. I gave this movie, I was like, man, this movie has to be good. There's no way it's going to fail. But it did. So, and now I feel like, damn. With that said, I give this movie a C-. Because, like I said, they gave good promise. They gave good respect to Missy and Timbaland. They kind of showed the bond. They gave real good light to her and Dame Dash's relationship. They could have just, they could have, people, I actually saw some statements from people saying, ooh, they didn't highlight her and Jay-Z's relationship. First off, I've never read anywhere that it's official that her and Jay-Z were messing around. They may have been good friends, but how do we know? You know what I'm saying? Now, if they did mess around and there's somebody that can really source this, fine. But I feel like, why are we throwing that, why do y'all want them to throw that type of shade at Aaliyah? You know what I'm saying? Let's just focus, this is supposed to be a positive movie. We already the tea was already spilled on the R.Kelly situation, so just let that go, man. But yeah, definitely a low C-. Lifetime, you got to do better. At least VH1 should have got this. Because at least with VH1, it would have made way more sense. Because VH1 is a music channel. So, or MTV or something. MTV couldn't do it. As much money as Aaliyah made for the movie. You know what? BET should have picked this shit up, man. Why the hell didn't BET pick this shit up? All the love that Aaliyah showed for 106 in Park when they first came on, all the love that Aaliyah showed, Video Soul and all that. Yeah, Aaliyah's that old. Her career is that great. She was Video Soul, Video Vibrations, all that shit. So I feel like everybody dropped the ball. Don't just blame Wendy Williams. You got to blame Lifetime. You got to blame Black Ground Records, Atlantic Records, Sony Records. You got to, anybody that greenlit this movie, you need to blame them. You know what I'm saying? I hope TMZ, and I don't like TMZ, but I hope TMZ gets a hold of the list of motherfuckers that greenlit this movie, because if they do, I'm boycotting motherfuckers, because they did this in poor taste and they only wanted some money. But it's your boy. That was my movie review on the Aaliyah Princess R&B movie. I'll put the link below if you want to go see it. If anything, watch a little bit of it. Click on the link. Show D. Almond some love, on his page. But honestly, Yeah. But it's your boy.
Baby girl, you.
Everything is worth it.
Aunque sí, tenga cuidado, porque en la muerte, sí.